Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Seattle Seahawks. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
53-19.
Check. Watch 54.
Watch the run.
No.
Stop.
Mine's 54.
Pass. Hey, Alpha.
Silver.
Allen now on first down. He's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Darren Waller, 78 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. On first down, Dobbins. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Wilson. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Check.
Mark that.
Check. Crunch.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At their 49-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Go.
56. Mine's 56.
Alert.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Shaq Lawson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down.
Check, 53's mine. Check, 53's mine. I'm coming after you. One left. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And Jennings has it. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 40.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
To throw again on second down. Wilson flush to his right. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Mike. Move the team. 3, Mike. Good job right there. Game situation. Let's go. Check 3. 81. Go. 40. Check on it. 3's mine. Check. 53's mine.
They go play action now. Wilson eluding the pressure. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
25. We got double up. Show it up. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. He's checking. Crash. 36 power. Check.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Check 14. Check 50.
This time, Wilson will throw. Completes it to Jennings. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and it's third down.
8 yards to go.
Move the team. Check 50. Guys, listen. Check. Check 13. Zoom. Let's go. Hey, we got one left. 53. Mike, 53. I'm trying to collect. 12. 53.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Here we go. Here we go. 14, got it.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Oh, you got deep?
Watch twist. Touch 50. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Tempo. Check 24. Shit. Hey, zero. Banjo.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal.
Brings up third and goal.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Come on, D. Hey, alert. Kill. Rotate. Check three. Good side.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for third and goal.
He's checking credit.
Alert.
Friday. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Escaping the press. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Running on first down, Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
I don't think you got it, son.
On play action, Allen going up top. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Hey, alert. Guys, 4 down. 49. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs.
Let's go.
Here's Wilson. This is Jennings. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
And the Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Check pass. Check pass. Slam.
Hey, 0.
Check 9. Check 9. 66. Run it. Half. Bang.
One left.
Now it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to, and this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And that's good for another Seahawks. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol.
53's mine. Here we go.
Good guys, 4 down.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Second down and goal. Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Gary Jennings, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
19.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. It's complete to Jones. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Throwing now is Allen. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the play?
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Look. You got motion man right there.
On 3rd down, Dobbins.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And an alley to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
53, check 53. Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Go. I'm about to take you to school.
To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun. Throwing left side, it's complete. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
Check, 53 is mine. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Alert flare. Alert flare. Flare.
Check.
Under 10. Under
14, front it. Front left.
He's going small. Can't move it. You got to get that.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watch twist. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Yeah, let's get a sack.
Hey, 0.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Run for Pollard. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays, have them on the move on first down. Here's Allen. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Open man is Higgins. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Damian Ratley with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Hauschka with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now Wilson on first down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. You don't want none of that. Get in. Pick up the ball.
Check.
Jam.
Good guys, 4 down.
Kill.
Tight.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
And the Seahawks on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now this time he'll look to throw. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike, 53. Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
Gun.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
Ready?
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Hang on, me.
On first down, Pollard. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and is an offense. Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief, because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Motion. Hey, he's tight.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, big hold of the 30. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 81 yards. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Check 52.
That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that? He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tony Pollard, 81 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
You're not ready.
Good job right there.
53 to Mike. 50.
Good, good. 4 down, 4 down.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now a handoff here to his running back. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, it's Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game. At this stage in the fourth, they needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hatchet. Go, go. Shift. Check the backer. Check the backer.
They run for it with Carson. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey, watch the slant.
Now it's Carson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Let's go double down right here. Double down. Ankle.
Switch gears.
On 1st down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
Now Johnson, and he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
It's a gain of 6.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Johnson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down and 1.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check. Fresno.
Check.
Check. Lucky. Whip.
Here we go with Johnson. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Get him, boy.
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here.
Mike. Hey, watch the screen.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now a 1st down throw complete downfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Damian Ratley, 54 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I've never played.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So after the INT, it's Allen looking deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. So Allen's going to look to throw. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Going to throw deep for the end. And this is caught. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have recovered.
They don't want it, boys. They don't want it. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Man.
Go.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They run the counter. Carson. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
Let's go, baby.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are.